Hey, what's going on? Welcome to my carnivore journey, week number 14. Woo, 14. It's just flying by, right? If this is your first time here, welcome. My name's Todd Yeakle. On this channel, I'm just sharing my personal journey, just trying to do better. Making small changes in my life that have made big impacts on my faith, health, finances. Back when I was in my late 30s, I found myself with a good job, good paying job, but I worked too many hours and I wasn't happy. I wasn't spending time with my family. Also, my health wasn't the best. I was a 2-time cancer survivor, right? And I knew I had to make changes in my life, and I'm still struggling to that. I go up and down in weight, do that roller coaster thing, and I'm trying to get that under control with the carnivore diet. And I also found out, I had no walk with God. I call myself a Christian. I believe in God, but I had no relationship with Him. So, man, over these last 14 years, I just try to do better. If that's of interest to you, hit the subscribe button and come along this journey. Okay, week 14. So last week, week 13, 90 days. 90 days. Didn't quite hit the 50-pound mark, but I did hit the 47-pound mark, and that's close enough to 50. It's just amazing. I did celebrate a little. I did reward myself. Not that I went all out and started eating a bunch of junk. I had maybe a dozen chips. You really want to test your willpower? Go to a restaurant that puts chips and hot sauce in front of you, and you'll really know how strong your willpower is, right? So, my wife and I, we met for lunch, Tex-Mex, of course, and I was going to do my fajitas like I do without the rice and beans tortillas, and get the salad instead, and I'll just scrape everything on top, and I did that, but I did have some chips. We didn't finish a bowl. We came close to finishing one bowl, but maybe a dozen chips. I guess they're good, man. Their chips are just one of my favorites. And so I had some chips, and then that was on Friday lunch, right? And then on Friday dinner, the week's winding down, and man, remember, we're still having lots of supply chain issues, which is what put the stress on to begin with to help me, get this weight back up this last time. And but anyway, it'd been a rough week. I ain't gonna lie, So, I decided to get a 6-pack of Yeakle. I almost got the light beer. I grew up on Miller Lite. That's been my beer my whole life, and I wanted Yeakle. I really enjoy the flavor, and so not that I'm gonna drink a 6-pack in one setting, but I did, 3 and 3. 3 on Friday night and 3 on Saturday night. And come Sunday morning, I'd gained 4 pounds. I went from 274 to 278. And I was like, no, but hey, get right back on it. Doing the intermittent fasting and get right back on the meal plan that, eat mostly eggs and beef. And, for drinks, I just do water and tea, coffee, and so the rest of the week, okay, I got back to 274. So where am I at? Week 14, 274. So I didn't gain any weight for the week, right? I maintained, and I'm happy with that. It was such a good feeling to get to that 90 days, and besides Valentine's weekend, where my wife and I, we did split that Rocky Road brownie. And then I had a few cold ones that weekend too. But other than that, I went pretty much the whole 90 days without any sugar or processed carbs. In fact, I got, here's my updated Seinfeld calendar right here. And we're on week 14, 274. Let's go back to, there, let me show you this. You can kind of see where the chain breaks. I had 2, let's see, so this would have been, okay, it was that set, okay, right here's where I had the chips and beer, and this was Valentine's weekend. So, there's 2 spots there, and I guess they're to the right. It's still a little hard to see. It'd be more visible if it had been in the middle of it, right? But our whole goal with this is, man, just keep the momentum going, keep the consistency going. Put an X every day that you stay away from the stuff that you need to stay away from. We're all different. For me, sugar, processed carbs, I'm addicted to them. I want them, I crave them. It's pretty much what I ate my whole life, right? And so that's important to me. I'm not really supposed to drink liquor because I got one kidney from the cancer, but I do like whiskey from time to time. And that's low carbs. That's not. I'm not saying it's healthy for you, but it's not as bad as apparently Yingling's pretty heavy on you, right? So, so if you've been following my story, you kind of know what's going on in my life. That's the whole purpose of this channel. Hold myself accountable and just share what's going on. And yeah, supply chain issues. I'm in sales. I'm route sales. I'm a work for a food distributor, right? Sell groceries to restaurants. But I've shared with you something very personal. My granddaughter, she's 2 years old. She's going through neuroblastoma. She's been diagnosed with stage 4. It's in the bones. And she's got a long road ahead of her of fighting, and she's doing really good. She's got a long way to go, but just her attitude, and when I see her smile, it's like, Todd, what are you upset about? What are you stressed out about? Are you kidding me? You see the strength in this little girl, and she's got the weight of the world on her, but she's just got the smile going, and it's just, I don't know, comforts you. It lets you know everything's going to be okay. I'm wearing, this is for child cancer awareness. This ribbon, faith, hope, Amelia Rose, prayers for Amelia. I shared a link for this shirt as well. All the profits, go to the family, help with medical expenses. You hate to throw expenses in there, but it is what it is, right? And if you would like to pray for Amelia, thank you so much. Awesome. She did go through her second round of chemo, and her oncologist got to see her kind of out of her shell for the first time, because when she first saw her and we were trying to figure out what's wrong with her, she's sick, why she went to the hospital, she wasn't all that active, she was down, hurting, and then she got to see her energy, she got to see her light, and her being active. She went for a while without walking because it's in the bones, and it's sore in the bones, right in the joints, and now she's walking again, and the oncologist said, hey, that's a good sign that the chemo's working. And so, like I said, we still got a long ways to go. Next week, they're going to, she does have a port. It's in her right. Okay. She does have a port already. They're going to put in a central line, and they're going to extract her stem cells. Okay. So that they can transplant them later on. After the end of the chemo, I don't know if it's before or after the radiation that she has to go through. But they've, this is a rare cancer, but they're learning more and more about it. They know so much more about it now than they did even just 2 years ago. So I know that she's in the right place. I know God's hand is on her. We can feel the prayers, and He can work miracles. Amen. So thanks for all your support in that area. But yeah, I just want to share how her journey is. I'll put a link below if you want to follow along with her journey. It'll be available there in a link below. Maybe you know someone currently going through neuroblastoma. I know that when I went through my cancer, it's hard to talk about, and I really just wanted to talk about it with other people going through it. In fact, I was a manager at the time of a restaurant, and when I was going through my chemo, I had some customers visit me that day on my same chemo days, because his chemo days, oh my goodness, I want to say he was my son's age. I want to say he was around 5 to 7. This was 18 years ago. I apologize. But him and his mom would come in on his chemo days, which would be shortly after my chemo days, and we would just sit and we would just talk, and what a blessing it was. And I'm friends with him today on Facebook. He's obviously going on with his life. I pay attention to what's going on. He's doing great. I'm doing great. We're moving on. But for me, it really helped. And so for my daughter and her and son-in-law, you know, it's they're finding other couples whose children are going through this as well too. So my point is, you know, when you get those support groups going, sometimes that's what you need the most, right? Those support groups. So hey, if you got any questions, put them in the comments below. If you're starting your carnivore journey and need a little assistance, I got the free download. Click the link below and check it out. You can tweak it to fit your lifestyle. We're all a little bit different. Maybe you're doing a little bit more keto. That's okay. You know, maybe you're more strict carnivore than me. That's okay too. For me, I'm averaging 2 to 3 pounds a week right now. Towards the end, I was averaging more in the very beginning. And I haven't done any exercise, and I'm not bragging that I haven't done any exercise. It's just because of the knee situation, right? Because of the knee situation, I haven't been able to do any exercise. I do want to, you know, definitely get that started. I waited till late to do intermittent fasting. I started that as well. I'm feeling great, good energy, and that's week 14. Week 14. Whew. All right, what week are you on? Put it in the comments below, and again, reach out if I can help in any way. Until next time, God bless. Keep grilling.